West. 10 players been asked to kick it on this brudda. Shout out a 6552 mouth on this. We'll just call ya 52 for now. And apologies for being late on this one, but business called. And we just did the fucking impossible with it. But yo, check this out. First thing with Wes is there's a shitload to speak on with this brudda. Depends on a topic. But yo 52 bust this. Since there's so much shit to kick it on concerning ye. We're just gonna kick it on a current issue. Which is Wes in politics. Because there's always something with Wes, from relationship stage rants to thinking people should just give him millions of dollars. Like slavery sounds like a choice as an entire video alone, since we see slaves with no idea they're slaves on a regular. However, unless someone points it out, they just can't see the shit. Yet what do these motherfuckers say if shown?
I don't believe it. It's not possible.
Yeah, we know. See, entertainers who don't know diddly fucking squat about politics need to stay the fuck out of politics. Because Wes is actually smart yet a dummy at the same time. What we call a smart dummy. There's nothing wrong with making a mistake, however making them every time you flap your fucking lips is a problem. 1 minute slavery's a choice, the next he's sorry for saying it. This type of shit's the norm with Wes. However, we personally like him. For entertainment purposes. Nothing more. Here's the thing with people. Most people are some dumb motherfuckers trained to think like slaves, and political figures take advantage of it. What we call the root implant. Which is a subliminal trigger. See, Wes is getting called a coon these days due to his public political involvement and stuff. Along with fighting his root implant. So we'll just touch on a root implant real quick, which works like this. And don't you suck at channels be biting us. But you meet someone for the first time and you like them because they're friendly and tell you they're your buddy. That's the root implant. Now they're your buddy in your mind, even though their goal might be to kill your fucking ass, you still swear from that first root implant meet and they're your buddy. Anytime someone says something good or bad about them, that's my buddy pops up in your mind. And they'll defend them at all costs if it's bad, even if it's true. And average human beings been unconsciously taught by their slave masses through the root implant. While having no idea they're slaves. So they play the role of unconscious slave attorneys for them. If you're a Democrat, then an average Democrat goes with the root implant of that party. They hear Democrat and think that's my friend. And usually, no matter how stupid what the side they thinks their side does is, they'll find a way to defend it. Basically, they think they're on some kind of team and a team's gotta win. So no matter how stupid what their team does, they'll stick with it. Like giving away their fucking guns and children. Like when you're dead because you couldn't defend yourselves and can't teach your own kids because some bitch said give 'em to me, then there's nothing left to live for. Life's fucking over. Oh, she gonna keep hers though. But you better give a yours. Oh, make no mistake about it, because many of these Democratic politicians will publicly tell you they don't carry a gun. While ironically forgetting to tell you their security does. Beware of their tricks. Yet if fools can't see it because it's implanted in their heads they gotta win for their team. The "that's my friend" root implant activates, then please take my guns and kill my kids, you're my friend triggers these fucking zombies. So do Democrats act on emotions rather than logic these days in a desperate attempt to win for their team for no logical reason. Even though it's not their team. Like when one motherfucker says keep your guns and if we become corrupt shoot us. And a other says gimme your guns and if we become corrupt we're gonna shoot you instead. Only a fucking illogical idiot would fight for the bitch that said I'm gonna shoot you instead. And then start calling anyone who doesn't wanna let the bitch shoot him and kill their kids a fucking coon. Like, is you fucking crazy? Like, even if you hate yourself you'd think you'd look in your kid's eyes and say fuck that, you ain't taking or shooting my kids, bitch. You ain't parent programming me, bitch. But nah, not the Democrats. Which proves in a end people miss the point. Which is not about winning some fucking game for some politicians who don't give a fuck about ya Democrat or Republican. But about ya having a better life. Who the fuck cares if it's a Democrat or a Republican that makes it happen? Nah, my team gotta win. I gotta prove to people I'm right even though I get every fucking thing wrong. See, one half of the sad truths Wes gets called a coon for seeing a lot of the trickery. The other half of the sad truths Wes flip-flops day by day. See, removing the root implant is a process. And Wes thinks he gets used. For some strange reason he doesn't think he uses people. Like thinking Mark Zuckerberg should give him $1 billion isn't using anyone a Wes. And when it comes to politics he has the same root implant confusion. Like if Trump or Obama does something stupid we'll say they did something stupid. And if they did something good we'll say they did something good, because we're not infected with no idiotic root implant. Only side we're on's the righteous side. This isn't about none of them motherfuckers belong in a some team. It's about us, and if they're making moves that serve us and cause a better future. People get so wrapped up in their egos trying to win for some team they forget the point, which is having these people do a good job for us as the people. We could give a flying fuck what political title they hold. We told y'all long ago. And unlike most of these frauds, 10 players actually stays with the same principles because truth is truth. While the bullshitters flip like fish out of water, we still say the same shit. If we had to be something, we'd be Republic rats. A little bit of both, because balance is key in life. Well, Wes is infected with one of these implants. Good news is he's aware of it. Bad news is he doesn't know how to dismantle it. Or when he's speaking or his implant is. He's like, hey, is this me speaking? Or my implant? See, Wes gets stuck in his head and doesn't realize people don't know what the fuck he's talking about. Like Wes'll try and make a point. And we can listen to a motherfucker go on for ages, so longs by the end of the rant we get your point. Meaning you make one that's comprehensible. Problem with Wes is we'll wait for ages for the point, then after ages Wes'll be done. And we'll have no idea what the fuck he just said or the point was. Like he'll never explain the shit clearly, making people think he's a fucking loon. Don't get it twisted, because sometimes Wes explains shit well, however there's way too many times he leaves people scratching their heads wondering what the fuck he just said. Because ultimately Wes is a guy still trying to figure shit out for himself. Problem is you can't be publicly delivering messages you don't actually have the answer to. You can't be telling people how the pieces of a puzzle you haven't figured out yourself yet fit together. There's way too many motherfuckers in a world always trying to teach something they don't know. Often they even want donations for it. Hey, gimme money to fuck you up. See, it doesn't matter how pure-hearted and good-intentioned you are. Don't try and perform an operation if you're not a doctor. You're just gonna splice, dice, cut and slice the wrong shit, having blood squirting all over the fucking place. And Wes has been trying to be a surgeon. Good news is he says he's gonna step back from his medical practice for a bit. But don't get it totally twisted. The truth's Wes is quite smart. Most potential surgeons are. But you still gotta go to medical school first before attempting to perform operations. Wes is gifted expressing himself musically yet verbally in a normal open conversation. He can however make shit confusing. Like Wes'll claim he wants to abolish the 13th Amendment. Now what's the 13th Amendment say? Neither slavery nor involuntary servitude, except as punishment for crime whereof the party shall have been duly convicted, shall exist within the United States, or any place subject to their jurisdiction. Basically, in a nutshell, it says slavery's illegal unless you're a prisoner. Now West was called the ultimate coon for this, and TMZ gave the man an opportunity to explain what he meant by it.
Okay, so what I'm gonna read to you, my abolish was the wrong language. I misspoke by saying abolish. So there needs to be people who look like the people who are being spoke about.
Yeah. To be fair, that's not the actual full interview. We'll leave a link to it for any interested. Lot of people would try and make you think that's actually all Wes said, and that's not us. Nevertheless, you know, most people still didn't know what the fuck Wes was saying when he was done. He makes shit difficult. Like, instead of just saying hey y'all, the 13th Amendment's actually saying prisoners can be slaves and people can be purposely targeted just to have a slave workforce. Including innocent people. Wes'll go on for an hour and you still won't know what the fuck he said when he's done. As for being a coon, we see nothing coonish about Wes. He's smart with a deeper vision than an average soul, seeing things most people can't. His problem, which is the dummy part and why we call him a smart dummy, is he sucks at expressing it. He simply needs to finish his medical school lessons before performing those operations. Along with getting rid of that fucking implant, which tells some it's this or that side when a only side is the righteous side. Until he learns that, he'll always think he was used. And I'll be used too. It's wiser learning all the needed lessons first before flapping your lips. Like if the lessons it's easy to kill a fly. With a fly swatter. Don't run out yelling to the world it's easy to kill a fly. Before learning about the swatter part, you're just gonna have a lot of people having a hard time killing that fly from listening to you pissed witcha. See, there's a point in this life or another where the soul wants answers. The role they play in a script life writes for 'em just ain't cutting it no more. Sports, movies, music, flapping about politics, your girlfriend, boyfriend, even your wife, husband, or children just ain't cutting it. Doesn't mean you don't love 'em. They simply know there's gotta be something more innately within, and you ain't worth much to your loved ones till you figure it out too. Something's empty in ya. You know there's something you need to know about you. And this is when one embarks on a self-discovery journey. And Wes is on that self-discovery journey. However, it's always a problem when you publicly take that journey. Every time you learn something new you shout a shit out. You're B. You're gonna learn about C. Then publicly shout out C's the answer when it's not. You just discovered one new letter you haven't even got through D, E, F and G yet. You've got an entire alphabet to go through first before trying to teach the alphabet you don't even know to the world. Soda problems, he's got an entire world watching his journey when he should close the doors, shut a fuck up and learn a walk first before flapping. Self-discovery's great, however take the full journey and discover the actual truth before we gotta look at those gums spitting out stupid crap. These self-discovery entertainers always wanna have you taking a fucking journey with them. And stupid cult fans do it. Like they'll realize the answer ain't B, so they'll publicly tell the world the answer's C. Well, it ain't C either, motherfucker. Get a Z first before flapping. Then a stupid cult fans'll believe it and start living like it's C too because some motherfucker without the answer said so. While going through hell trying to kill a fly. They gonna be wrong too because he's wrong instead of having their own fucking minds. And politicians know most of these entertainers don't know squat. They also know they can use their blind fans as fuel. Democrats and Republicans both will do it and both wanna do it to Wes. It's that simple, and that's what's going on with West. And we'll be back to kick it on other West stuff soon. Betcha ass on it. And until then, peace to 52 mouth. You know us, we're cool and open to it if you've got a different view. Betcha ass on that too. Naturally, since we gun-toting motherfuckers not giving up our shit, we expect it. All's cool if so. We're open to your views. And we're out.